from Morelos. Estas damas son de Morelos, de México. We have this tradition, and this is our way to honor the medicine of Islam. Es la manera que damos el respeto a la medicina. Y pues ahora, con esta dedicación, since you're dedicating this place, this land, to peace, we are going to finish our ceremony for today. This is our last dance. It's called Ayoyote.
We want to welcome everybody to the ceremony. And our first speaker will be, where's Asha? Asha will introduce our first speaker.
Thank you for coming today, and thank you for letting us to do all these things. I will introduce our first speaker today, Ralph Remington. Ralph Remington has a BFA from Howard University. He was a member of the U.S. Army, and he was a member and union member, founding artistic director in Pittsburgh House Theater. He was elected at November 2005 with Ward 10 City Council representative right now. I would like to welcome him.
Hi everybody, I'm gonna blow this thing out. I'm City Council member Ralph Remington, and this is my ward that we're in right now. So thank you for being here. I thank the school for having me. This peace celebration and this peace dedication is very important in these times, because we live in some dark and very dangerous times in America. And the Minneapolis City Council, at the beginning of this year, there we go. The Minneapolis City Council at the beginning of this year passed an anti-war resolution to bring all troops home from Iraq. And I'm proud to say that as a veteran myself, I sponsored that resolution, and I authored it. And I think that it was very late in coming. We needed this thing 2 years ago, or 3 years ago, or how about 4 years ago? How about having never gone to Iraq in the first place? We eventually got around to it. And so I appreciate your support. It's important for all of you to give that same support and the same applause and the same attitude of positivity to our Congressman Keith Ellison, who's working very, very hard in Washington, D.C. to try to bring the troops home from Iraq. So he needs your support as well. Now, closer to home, we need peace in our streets. And we have summertime coming up right now. So lots of people are going to be home. Lots of people are going to be in the streets enjoying themselves. But by that same token, everybody needs to keep in mind that we need to treat each other with respect. Treat each other with gratitude. Treat each other with an attitude of positivity as you proceed throughout the summertime. Because peace is important in Iraq and in the world, but peace begins here at home first. So we must keep each other peaceful and be peaceful with each other. So I want to thank you all today. I think this is a beautiful celebration. This is a beautiful dedication, and I can't wait until this monument is erected. So thank you so much, and welcome.
Thank you very much, Councilman Remington. So this peace pole that we're all standing around, it says, "May peace prevail on earth." That's just to get everybody's attention in case someone's falling asleep. May peace prevail on earth in 16 different languages. It's only temporarily here. Eventually we'll be planting it out in front of the building and along with the garden. And the design of the garden is back on this table here. If you want to make a wish for peace and write it down, you can put it in a bowl back here, and we plan to bury those with the pole in the ground, in the garden. So sometime during the ceremony or after, if you want to make your way back to this table. We also want to thank our financial sponsors, the Achieve Minneapolis Thrive and Service Learning Grant and French Meadow Bakery, who's both given us a lot of money for this project. And we also want to thank all the people who helped us. If I start naming names, it's too many and won't get everybody in. So I just want to thank everybody in the building and the community who's helped in this project. And I didn't get to formally introduce Asha, but Hassan Mohamed is the president of the Wellstone Students Council, and she has, I think, a couple words to say and to introduce our next speaker.
Thank you again. As he said, we have been working at this project for a while now, for months, and we have been successful. The basic reason that we try to do this is to bring the community together in a peace. I myself, I'm from another country where there's a war, and I've been experiencing that and the bad news of the war all the time. So we have to work together in a peace, and we have to live together in a peace. There's Somali saying that says, "Nawad ayaa nas nugala." That means the peace has enough benefits to feed everyone. So we have to work in a peace all the time, and then we can help each other in a peace. So I would like to ask everybody to start the word peace in your heart so that we can have peaceful world. I would like to introduce Pam Costain. She's one of the Minneapolis School board members. Pam Costain has been a grassroots organizer for over 10 years, working on issues of racial, economic justice, adult literacy, and she's one of Wellstone Action members, and I think some of you met last year in Wellstone Student Summit. She has been teaching how to be a good organizer and to be involved in the community. She's one of our best friends who's a peace person all the time. I would like to welcome her. Thanks.
Thank you, Asha, and thank you to all the students and staff and other supporters that are here today. I want to greet you on behalf of the entire Board of Education of the Minneapolis Public Schools and Superintendent Green. I also want to share with you a little bit about Paul Wellstone as I make my remarks, because Paul Wellstone was a dear personal friend of mine, and I know that his spirit is with us here today. I first met Paul when I was 19 years old, probably the age that some of you are now. And I worked with Paul Wellstone to try to end the war in Vietnam. And like Paul Wellstone, I continued to be concerned about issues of peace and justice my entire life. We lost Paul Wellstone nearly 5 years ago this fall, but we did not lose that incredible spirit, that incredible commitment that people can get along, that we can appeal to our better selves. And while Paul was prescient, he voted against the war in Iraq 5 years ago. His words are still with us today. He said that we can go to war to show our power, but we can find peace with nations around the world by showing our strength. And I believe that that's very true today. I know that many of you come from countries that have experienced war and civil strife and dislocation. Those of you that are born and raised in the United States have seen war in our streets, as Ralph Remington said, war in our neighborhoods, war in our city. And peace begins with each and every one of us. It begins in the way that we treat our friends and our neighbors, our co-workers, but it also is how we treat those who are not precisely like us. It's how much we're open to learning about other people, experiencing other people's joys and sorrows, and walking together hand in hand with one another. And I know that's what you do here at the Lehman Center. You practice peace every day. It is the most important work you can do. And the most important work I believe that education can do is help us all learn together in our global world. So thank you for the staff, thank you for the students, and thank you for being peace. Thank you.
Thank you, Pam, again. I would like to call those students who had won the essay contest. The first person is going to be Sengai Jacobson, I think, and she couldn't make it today, so Hassan Mohamed is going to read for her.
Well, Hassan is coming up here. I just want to mention the biggest part of this program is the students who are going to read right now. It's all about the students. That's why we're here. So listen carefully. They've written some nice poems and essays, and they were chosen as, there was many essays in the building and poems that were turned in that were great. They had to get the top 6 because it's just not long enough to have everybody read, but you ready to go?
Well, my name is Hassan Mohamed. I'm 22 years old. Last 2005, I was been in Western High School, International High School. 1 year I read it for Western High School. Then they sent me for ESL for basic education. And now I study for very hard. So today I would like to deliver a lecture about this. And yeah. All people in the world seems to want peace, but the peace we really think is in this world. Peace is not something we take from the world. It can only come from the peace inside every person living here. My homeland is a country that has living through war, one that lost many lives fighting for peace, and now the cost of achieving peace. So there's a war, fighting, fear, murders, and drugs. Life all the greatest problem we have today. They keep us from feeding peace with each other and with ourselves. My peace comes from prayers, singing, and listening to God's words. Peace does not create a soul. It's something people create with much effort and honestly in their hearts. Only when they are lying, needed, and throw over their selfishness can peace form between people be love. I believe only when there is peace in our lives, our families, and our country will our world enjoy peace as well. The peace in our hearts will be reflected in our society. That's how we can achieve peace in this world. Peace is true love, something some people spend their whole life searching for. It is humility, unity, respect. But most of all, love. Just remember, peace is not impossible. It is our only future. That's my intellectual.
Thank you, Hassan. I would like to call Dechen Chontso. Dechen Chontso is one of World Study students. And she is one of our best peacemakers.
Thank you, Asha. Thank you, everybody. And today I'm going to read my poem. The poem title is What Peace Means to Me. I want to read this poem on the behalf of all the Tibetans who are inside the Tibet and outside the Tibet. Wherever they are, I'm on the behalf of all the Tibetans. What peace means to me. A time when there is no violence, a time when there is no national boundaries, a time when where every weapon is garbage or vanished, a time when there is no fighting. Peace is the formula to solve problems. Peace is the calculation to cancel the atom bombs. Peace is the evaporation of anger. Peace is the root system to stabilize the world. Peace is the absence of those loose compassions. So treat the innocent animals with no thinking that they are the resource. From where we enjoy our meals, we put our furry clothes. We use many daily things when feel and cold in yours. Unbearable sufferings they have, uncontrollable tears they shed. But because of human greediness, they are slaughtered mercilessly. In addition, we human beings have to love them care them, and preserve them forever. When everyone live as brothers and sisters, when there is great love for each other, when there is friendship with all human things, when there is non-violence, let peace be in our body, let peace be in our mind, let peace be in our soul. Let peace in every moment we make, let peace rule us, let peace follow us. May peace travel all through the world so we don't have to go under World War III. May peace prevail on earth. Thank you so much.
Thank you, teacher. Thank you. That was awesome. I would like to introduce Blan Tadasa with his great poem.
Hey, how you doing, ladies and gentlemen, and students? All right. My name is Blan Tadasa. I'm from Wellston High School, and it gives me a great pleasure to read my poem in front of everybody today. Peace means a lot to me. It's where our indifference stops, where we stop thinking about white, black, Jew, Catholic, and everything that makes us indifferent and hate each other. I would like to read my poem first. And my poem is titled, Why Do We Need a Lamp? Every day, I wake up with the alarm on my TV, and the news pops up on the screen of the TV. I open my eyes, every day I see a tragedy on that TV. The voice of the reporter from the TV always cries the word, die today. That many raped and died today. That many tortured and died today. Oh God, please, no more die today. Oh, how I wish we could change. Instead of tragedy, we could hear triumph for a change. Wake up from this nightmare for a change. Open your eyes for a change. Look at what we have done to our environment. Look at, we thrown all our excessive waste on our Mother Nature. We cut the trees, which are the defenders of our Mother Nature. From ultralight rays that attack Mother Nature. Come on. Today is a time for positive action. To do it all over again for our true satisfaction. All we need is a lot of love and conservation. We all want peace, so let's work towards that direction. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Blan. That was something to cry about it. I would like to call Nick Jedinak, I think.
It's my poem about peace. Peace is a sign. It's the tranquility of mind, the ability to find good in all mankind, to look at people as people, not color or class, but just as an equal. Because I bet we all want respect. Peace is something that we fight for, but shouldn't have to die to get. If we really wanted peace, we would stop war. It almost seems that peace is just a dream that Martin got shot for. That would be a crying shame to let such a giant name die in vain. So we need to teach peace to our children, before our children become just another deceased civilian. Because peace can grow from the power of one. We've already seen that bullets can be stopped with a flower and a gun. Yeah, the Pilgrims made peace with the Indians and they killed them. Now we have a feast to celebrate peace and say why we're thankful for living. But shaking hands with a man and taking their land gives a whole new meaning to Thanksgiving. But you wouldn't know that if you studied. Like Malcolm said, it's freedom for everybody or freedom for nobody. So let me just ask this. Is peace something that we practice or only something that we get when we rest in our caskets? Peace.
Thank you. Now I would like to call Ramadan Musa and with his wonderful work.
Thank you very much. My name is Ramadan, and I would like to read my poem. in terms of big voice, okay. Yeah. A peace is a big motion that can bring together all our nation. I believe peace can inspire our generation to prevent everyday violation that is happening in our nation. Peace depends on our dedication, but how can we bring peace in our world and pass it to new generation? We need real dedication to bring peace in our nation and stop violation. How can we ignore the fact about the peace and tolerate daily bloodshed and assassination? Look at the crying mother and the father. Let us do our best dedication. I see mother is crying, father is crying. Children were killed by cluster bomb as they walked to school. In the Middle East, life is not cool. It's really frightful, hurtful, and cruel because of oil and fuel. Father is killed by explosion as he walked out to work. Mother left widowed, childless, helpless, hopeless, and restless. I know this is our weakness, and every day we are the witness. I see mother is living in a full of depressed and tired of oppressed. I see innocent people were beaten to confess, wearing no dress, crying louder express, and taken to hiding place. This is really transgress. Their day in and night in stress. In the prison, they have no mattress or dress. After released from prison, they got no penny for redress. It is really hard to address because there is a lot of mess. Why do we support war which doesn't make any progress? I'm not talking to actor or actress. I'm talking to Congress. Look at the world. It ended up in sectarian violence and division of the class. Day in this in violence and bloodshed. Night in this in terror. In Iraq, Afghanistan, Somalia, Palestine, and many other countries, people forced to live in this terror, but it will not be forever. Look, many children killed by bomber. Who is the bomber? There is no answer. Mother remained in anger. All people exposed to hunger. The world became full of beggar and out of order. Killers have no border and order. Mother is calling on you, but there is no answer. I wonder. Mother said, how do you feel if you lost your daughter and your son and daughter? As you see ready fingers with trained soldiers pressing trigger to shoot innocent women as a sniper, you really feel terror and horror. Mother expressed her somber. Bad motion. Everybody is in a bad motion. How do you expect appreciation from the nation? Stop your assassination and give up your colonization. Don't call it democratization. It is not modern democratization. I can see your ambition is leading you to the wrong direction. Come back from long destination. You can't always follow your inspiration. Respect human rights and Geneva Convention. Do not violate United Nations. We need peaceful communication, not weapons of mass destruction. It is disaster for our generation. In our present world, we believe no more occupation.
Thank you, Ramadan. Thank you. That was such an... Every time I see kill. Why are we killing each other? Why don't we have peace? And I would like to call the last person is Rokyo Moran, but he couldn't make it today, so Mohamed Mohamed is gonna read that. Mohamed Mohamed, you're welcome.
Thank you, Asha. I want to say hello to everybody, so praise the Lord. Today I want to present Rokyo Moran because he was not able to attend today, so I am going to represent a poem and I'm going to read it. Peace on the river that flow quietly. Children and adults like to enjoy clear water. Women are washing their clothes and moving their thighs at the rim of their hand. Peace on the period to watch the green valley view. To meditate about peace and how wonderful it is and at the same time feel how sun rays and careless it may face. Peace is to breathe a clean environment without pollution that all mankind and animals deserve. How amazing it is to see the colorful dawn, looking at sunrise and the sunset. Peace means a lot of pleasant things such as serenity, happiness, laughter, joy, music, song, air, water, silence, love, smile, hope, play. Thank you for listening.
Thank you very much, thank you. Thank you very much, thank you. I would like to call Kat from Prosper, and she's gonna come up with the moment of silence. Thank you, Kat.
As we move towards the conclusion of today's program, let us remember all those people who have been victims of violence. Violence in our homes, violence on the streets of our community, violence in our nation, and indeed violence in our world. So let us just pause for a moment now in silence and remember all the victims of violence. It is fitting as we conclude our program this afternoon of the dedication of the International Peace Site at Lehman Center that we offer a blessing. And you can find that on the back of your programs. And you have a role to play in this. After each stanza or section of the blessing, I'm going to ask you to respond when I lift my hand in your native language and recite the poem that's on our peace pole. May peace prevail on earth. So let's try it. 1, 2, 3. May peace prevail on earth. Okay, we can do better than that. Let's get a little louder. May peace prevail on earth. Lead us from death to life, from falsehood to truth. May peace prevail on earth. Lead us from despair to hope, from fear to trust. May peace prevail on earth. Lead us from hate to love, from war to peace. May peace prevail on earth. Let peace fill our heart, our world, and our universe. May peace prevail on earth. May peace prevail on earth. Namaste.
We have some music entertainment for you before we leave that, let's see, maybe they want to introduce themselves when they come up. Just a short song, then Jeff Carlson will do some singing on his guitar.
Yes. Namaste. It's a deep honor to be here. My name is Jane McDonald. I'm in the community of Sisters of St. Joseph. And one of your teachers, Linda Snyder, had called and asked if some of us could share a little bit from our heart in the form of music. And so Eunice is the real musician. So we're going to sing a little message. And she is a mother, and you're not a grandmother yet, a mother. Holy Mother, speak to us. Will guide us, peace has tried us, hope inside us will lead the way on the road from greed to giving. Love will guide us on
his guitar, different songs, different languages, right, Jeff?
What a wonderful world. I see skies of blue and clouds of white, bright, blessed day, and the dark, sacred night. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. The colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky, but also on the faces of people going by. I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? They're really saying, I love you. I hear babies cry. I watch them grow. They'll learn much more than I'll ever know. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Yes, I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Cada vez que me baño se tapa el caño y por eso me baño. Y por eso me baño una vez al año. Y arriba, y arriba. Ay, arriba, y arriba, y arriba, iré. Por ti seré, por ti seré. Have another request for another Spanish song, so I'm going to play one in Spanish. Yo sé bien que estoy afuera, pero en el día en que me muera, sé que tendrás que llorar. Llorar y llorar, llorar y llorar. Me dirás que no me quisiste, pero vas a estar muy triste y así te vas a quedar. Con dinero y sin dinero hago siempre lo que quiero y mi palabra es la ley. No tengo trono ni reina ni nadie que me comprenda, pero sigo siendo un rey. Una piedra en el camino me enseñó que mi destino era rodar y rodar. ¡O sea, ven para acá! Y rodar, rodar y rodar. Después me dijo un arriero que no hay que llegar primero, sino hay que saber llegar. Con dinero y sin dinero hago siempre lo que quiero y mi palabra es la ley. No tengo trono ni reina ni nadie que me comprenda, pero sigo siendo el rey. Thank you everybody for coming out here today. I hope you had a wonderful time celebrating peace. And we're going to go out and create peace wherever we go, wherever we live.
Let's dance!
Please welcome Blan Tadasa.
Blan
I'm shaking the baby now.
Working on out. You look so good. Wait. You look so fine.
Okay.
Bring it inside.
A Dios le pido que su Michelle sea de este forma.
Inshallah, saya ini tadi.